How Hello guys, Motion Tutor here, and in this After Effects tutorial I'm gonna be teach you how you can create this type of glowing scribble effect inside of After Effects without using any third-party plugin. So we will use a Saber plugin which is 100% free. In this tutorial I will show you the technique. You can see here in the first one it's this flickering, and in the second one we have three colors going on. So like you can create so much stuff. So like I have some another example so you can see, and the main thing is we don't do this by frame, like we can like trace it manually, but we can try to do as much like in automatic, like we can trace it by software. So we will do very less keyframe. So if I show you keyframe here, so like if I press U, so you can see here is very less keyframe. Here is not frame by frame keyframe, here is not frame by frame tracking, not frame by frame drawing. That's the main part of the tutorial, and that's why I am making the tutorial. So you can see, and I will also tell you some things about this. So like this you can see here. So if I go to the layer, and I can easily select any, like anything, any type of effect I want. So like it's energize, so I will change it for all the three and energize. So you can see we can get so much like we have so much preset here, we can achieve any type of effect. So and also guys, if you don't have the Saber plugin, so I will put the Saber plugin link in description, so you can download it for free and just install it in your system. And let's begin. So let's get started with the tutorial. So first of all, you can import your footage inside of After Effects, then create a new composition with this. So I am using this footage first. So you can see in this footage the camera is also moving a little bit, and also the footage has some moving object as well. Like if you have still camera footage, so it will be lot more easier than this to like add animation in this. So that's why like it's little bit more time consuming than the still camera shot. I will show you the way. So if you have a moving camera footage, so you can also add the effects on it. So let's get started. So first of all, create a new solid layer. So here I will make it the comp size, so you can change the name to mask_01, and then add a Saber effect on it. So you can search for Saber and drag this effect on this layer, and go to customize core and change the core type to layer mask, and you can change the core size to maybe 4 and the core spread to 0.8 and the core intensity to around 60%, or we can tweak it later. And then go to render and go to composite setting and change it to black to transparent. And now we have our Saber on transparent layer. You can align your layer to middle of your object, like which you want to add the effect. So like you can see now we have layer, and after that select the pen tool, hide the layer, and go to first frame and add a mask line. So like this is the center of this, you can see. So I created a simple mask path here around it. So after that you can press M to see the mask path and add a keyframe on mask path. You can like zoom your timeline and go to 5 frame and align it and like this, and go to 10 frame, like go 5 frame forward. I edit keyframe on 5 and 10 frame, and go to 15 frame, align it again, and do the same thing for whole video. So here I done the keyframing for the first mask. So you can see it took me not a lot time, because like if I do it frame by frame, so it will be take way more time than this. When you done adding all keyframes, so you can scrub through the timeline and see if there is any issue with this thing. Like you can see it's okay for in this example adding keyframe on every 5 frame, it's okay. Like if I add if I delete the first middle keyframe, so you can see now it's doing a issue. Like if I add keyframe on every 10 frame, so it depending on also on your footage, like in your footage what type of moving object, also the speed of moving camera is also matter. But adding keyframe and adding this type of mask is more easier than adding like manually the frame by frame animation. So let's now add animation on it. So like now I will enable the layer visibility, so you can see it's something like this, but the thing which we traced thin from start and then going lighter in end. So you can go to customize core, and here you can change the end size to maybe 50%. so you can see now it's the end size is little bit lighter, and you can change the end roundness to 1 and start roundness to 1 as well. So now we have something like this. I will change it to quarter and I will play. So you can see it's playing very well and it's looking okay. So now you can add a keyframe on mask evolution. Press U to see the keyframe. Go to last frame. You can change it according to your timeline, how long your video is. So like it's only 5 seconds long, so maybe I can make it this to 8, and then I will change the start offset to 75. So now if I play and see, so you can see it's looking like this, but it's very small line. So I will make this 25 to get more bigger this type of effect. So it's depending on you. So after that this animation is done, and the benefit of doing mask is this. So like if I go to now preset and I can change the preset to energize, you can see now we have some fire type of effect going on this thing. So this is the main benefit of using mask and tracking the mask. So like if I make this to default, so now we will do the same thing again. We can trace the all 3 masks, and I will select the mask 1 layer and press Ctrl D to duplicate it, and press U and go to first frame and just click on this stopwatch to delete all this mask keyframe which we created for this first mask. So then you can change it to second one, and here you can add now keyframe and do the same process. Go to 5 frame forward, add a keyframe like this. So I done the tracing for all this thing. So you can see I have 6 mask layers now. So after that we duplicated the layer. So we have this all animation and effect on all layers. So if I play it now, so it's looking something like this, but it's looking very big now. So now I will change this start offset to 50 for all the layers. So now it's looking more good, and now looking okay to me, but it's depending on you. Every your video will be different, my video is different, so like it's depending on you what and how you will use this, but I hope you understand this way. So now let's move forward to the next thing in this footage is this wires and this electric tower. I think maybe I am bad in English little bit, so you can see this wires and this thing here. We will trace this as well, so you can see the camera is moving and it's moving. So now what we can do like lots of thing here. To trace this, we can manually do every wire, like we can trace every wire like we did for this one, but this will took a lot time. But now like I will give you one more very cool tip and unique thing to do. So first of all, we will select your footage, go to Windows and go to tracker panel. So here is tracker, click on this, so this will pop up in anywhere in around your screen. So then select your footage and then click on track motion. So now we will track this part of the footage. So you can see this tower and this wires area. So in your footage it will be a different object, so try to search for a good spot in your video to track. Like in this footage you can see this spot, so it's the perfect spot to track this. The spot I selected is black, but around it it's not so much black color, so try to find some good spot in your footage for tracking. So we can make this bracket a little bit bigger around this like this, and we can make this box something this type of bigger, and then you can go to option and then go to here and change stop tracking and then click OK. And then I am at the end of the footage, so I will click on this analyze backward button. So you can see it's traced our footage. So after that you can go to layer, here right click on your timeline and here you can create a new solid layer, and you can check the log aspect ratio and you can increase the size like this. And then if I go to my composition, so you can see put it something middle of the object which you want to add the effect. So after that you can change the name if you want. So then go to the footage layer or select the layer, and then you can go to tracker panel, and here you can click on this edit target and select the wires layer here, and then click OK, and then click on apply and then click OK. So now we have the layer is traced here. So if I change the opacity to something like this, now we have the position is traced because the object is not moving, the only moving thing is camera. So we trace position, and then you can select the layer, and now you can trace the wires. So if I trace this wire simply to show you, so now you can see it's going along with our layer. So now I don't need to add keyframes again and again on it, so it's easy. So then you can trace the all wires, and you can trace whatever in your footage. So here you can see I added all the mask on this layer, and I added also some keyframes, 1 or 2 keyframes for every mask after 1 or 2 or 3 seconds. But if I don't add that, so it will give me the same result. But the main thing is it's depending on your footage and what type of track you get. So you can see now I have all the wire traced on this layer, so I can simply copy the same effect from this saber the mask layer and go to first frame because its saber has also keyframe. So I will paste it same on this wires by pressing Ctrl V, and then I will press U and go to last frame, and I will change this mask evolution value to around 112, like 1 to 12, so like this. And now if I solo this and if I play this, so you can see we have all the wires. Or if I just enable it, so you can see, but now the value, the core size is very high, so I will change this core size to 1 is okay. So like the same thing, you can use mask, and I will change the end size of it to 100% again, because we don't need any taper type of thing, we just need it to be all the lines similar. So you can see it's looking very good to me. So after that, like I did the same thing for this tower, because we trace the tower part here. So like I duplicate the layer and I added the mask on this tower, and now we will add the same effect on this. So like select, copy the effect and Ctrl V to paste it. It's like it now it's the same process, and you can make it thinner if you want. So like I will make this to 3 or maybe 2, and I will change this to 35, and I will also change this end size to low. So like end size is 100, I will make it to 25. So now you can see it's looking very good. And now if I play, so you can see, and I will change the start offset to 75. So you can see it's looking okay, and I will also change the evolution of mask to 5, so like it will go slow. And the process is same for all the things. It's very simple, just you need to trace the mask and then add sable layer and like play with presets and play with like these keyframes and this customized core values, and you will get a very good result. So after that I will tell you how I made this footage look like night. So now it's in a day, like so I added a curves effect on it, so you can search for curves effect here and add the curves effect, and then you can change it to something like this to make it look like light. So I will make it more or less and like this. So you can see now if I enable the all the saber layers, so it's look more good and more better. Or even you can select the all layers, and you can, if you don't see the mode option, you can click on this toggle switches, and then you can change the blending mode to add. So now you can see it's looking more good with like add mode. So if I play it quickly, so you can see you can easily change color, you can do everything. So like I can change this color to orange, and I will change this color to maybe red. So you can do it depending on you. So let's forward to the second footage, and I will show you how you can trace. Like I will show you one more tip or one more type of tracing. So let's drag this footage and create a new composition with it. So you can see, like if you have a footage which has like object, not object, a person. So like the person is also moving, the camera is also moving, and I want to trace the glasses. So basically you can also do this way. So for doing this way, you can select the footage and press Ctrl D to duplicate it. So you can add a mask on it. First of all, I will change the name to track. So then you can add a mask on object which you want to trace. So like I want to trace this glasses, so I will edit a mask, rectangle mask by this. So then you can press Ctrl T to like make this, like add this. So then you can press M to add a keyframe, go to 1 second forward. So like roughly trace it. So like because the camera and the object both are moving, so you can manually trace it, it will not take so much time. So you can see I roughly added some keyframe and I traced the only this part of this footage which I want to add the effect there. So I traced it and by mask, and now I will select the layer, pre-comp it, right clicking, click on move all attribute, and you can change the name to whatever you want, and then click OK, and then after go to the tracker panel and click on track camera, and then it will be add a 3D camera tracker effect, and it will be take little time to analyze. So now the camera tracking is done. So like you can see we have some points here, so you can select some corner points like this maybe, or this and this as well. So like you can see now we have a perfect circle here is showing. So right click and click on set plane ground and origin, and then right click and then click on create solid and camera. So it will create a solid layer and the camera for us as well. So then if the solid layer is like too short, so you can scale it up, so maybe around this, and now it's okay. So change the opacity to around 50% and hide the layer for now, and you can simply roughly trace it something like, or you can take your time, like not roughly trace it, so like you can take your time and trace it perfectly, but make sure you can trace it on first frame. Press M, change the mask color. So like you can see on first frame it's very perfectly traced, and then you can add a second mask, add another mask and trace this as well. So here you can see I traced it, and I will press M to see all mask path and add a keyframe on everyone. So but you can see when the video is playing, the mask is not like tracing it perfectly, and it's doing very bad things. So that's why we need to like add manually keyframe on this. So you can go to around 1 second forward in time and like trace, like adjust it, not trace it again, like adjust it, and like it just needs some little tweaks to the mask. So something like this, and this one something like this and like this. So just some little tweaks is needed. So then go to 1 second forward again, and then same thing, tweak it a little bit. So here you can see I added some keyframes on all three masks. So you can see it's not a very like high keyframes, it's just very less keyframe. So like also like I will tell you little bit about this technique, this camera tracking technique. So like this will not work in all type of objects. So like in our previous example we can also able to do like on this thing, but we don't did there because it doesn't work good here, because the object is moving in this one. So like in this example the object is is not moving, like the person is moving but the glasses is not moving. So like I hope you understand, and you will like understand where the camera tracking technique will work and where it doesn't work.
So you can see it's not yet tracking it perfectly because I added keyframe after 1 second. So I will little bit tweak it on 1.5 seconds. So like on half second. So here I will tweak this here as well little bit, but it's almost like very small tweaks. So here it doesn't need any tweak, here is also need any tweak, here it's need a little tweak here and little adjustment here. So it's because of we added this camera tracking. If we don't add the camera tracking, so we need to do like a very like high stuff, like very more time consuming things there.
So now simply we will enable our footage layer, and then simply we will add a saber effect on it. So you can just
simply search for saber effect, do the same thing. Select the core type to mask layer and enable it. Change the opacity to 100%, and then you can go to render setting, change it to transparent, and then you can see you can change this to 2, this one to 0.8 will be work fine. So now I will change this to 3 will be okay, and I will change this color to pink.
And I will also tell you the technique how to add the flicker. So you can go to the flicker here and check the randomize mask, and you can just add some random seed number here and change the flicker intensity to around 75%. So now if I solo the layer and play, so you can see we have some very cool flicker going on. So I will change this to glow intensity to 35%, and now you can see it's glowing and the track is perfect, and you can see easily how quickly and how fastly we tracked the glasses on 12 seconds of video. So like you can see, it's very quick and very fast.
So like now we have any control, everything is now under control. We can select any preset. Like if I select the energize one, and I will disable the like flicker intensity, and now you can see
how cool it's looking, the fire glasses. And if I change the blending mode of this to additive, so now it's looking more good. So I will change it to by default. So like this you can change the blending mode, so it will be look more good by changing the blending mode. So you can see if I enable the flicker like so, it will be look something like this. But I will show you one more quick technique. So I will duplicate this layer and hide the first one, and I will just solo it and show you a very quick how to do this. So you can change first of all the start offset to around 50, and you can add a keyframe on mask evolution, and then you can go to last frame, and here I will change this to maybe 18, and then I will duplicate this as well and press U, and then change the like on last frame I will change add 18 multiply and then 180, and then go to first frame and add 180 on first frame, and then I will change this color to maybe some dark orange. So now you can see we have some color which is like rotating, and I will change this mode to normal. So you can see the orange color is so not looking so much good with this. I will add green, so you can see now it's showing and looking good, and I will change this both glow to 45. So you can see you can also do this, you can add 3 colors there, you can add 4 colors there, but it's depending on you. So that's it.
if you don't understand anything, I will just tell you, like if you don't understand anything, feel free to ask me in comment section. If you have any question and if you want to learn anything related to video editing or motion graphic designing, so you can tell me about comment section, so I will make tutorial on your request. And guys, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and that's it for this tutorial, and we done all the animation which I showed you. So guys, thank you so much guys for watching, and also you can support me on Patreon if you want. My Patreon link in description, so you can get the template files on my Patreon page. So support me there if you want, and like, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will get you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.